Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just came back upstairs from playing downstairs slot machines. You know, I'm at Resorts Casino in Atlantic City, and I gotta tell you, playing slot machines these days are really not what it used to be back in the day. Um, Yesterday I was downstairs, really wasn't much of a crowd. It was kind of dead. And sometimes the reason I'm doing this video is because I've seen a lot of YouTubers posting up their wins, and they're not really telling the whole truth of what goes on. So I'm not trying to degrade these people. I'm not trying to be negative about them because I do love their channels. I do love when they post up the new games and stuff like that. But as a gambler myself and a sports gambler at that, I like to enjoy myself when I go to a casino, pretty much entertain myself and have fun. And I understand that there's a lot of people that go to casinos as well for all different purposes. But let's be real. Slot machines are not ATM machines. And I've seen YouTubers out there saying that. They need to stop saying that. There are a lot of people that are gamblers, addicted gamblers, okay? People that do have situations where they're just addicted to gambling. They're not ATM machines. And I'm living proof that even when I bet small, I am not winning as well. I've pumped over the years, and my wife will probably comment also. And she's a witness to how much money I've pumped over the casinos in what is it, over 200,000 over the years? I think it's more than that. I mean, I could have bought two houses with the money I spent on casinos over the years. I mean, what, 25 years, right? In and out of casinos. We've come to Atlantic City. We've been to Parks Casino. We've been to the Catskills. We've been to Mount Airy in Pennsylvania, Mohegan Sun in Pennsylvania, as well as Connecticut. Listen, in the Northeast, I've been to pretty much every casino out there at sports books and stuff like that. But tonight really upset me because we got here on Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, by the way. We got here on Tuesday and it was pretty much dead. I didn't see many people gambling. So, me personally, I always say when there's not a lot of people during the week, I tend to stay away. I'm more of a weekend gambler, but my wife will tell you these past 2 days have been horrific. I think we've pumped over $700 or $800 these last 2 days, and we have nothing to show for it.
Even the last time we came Valentine weekend, it's the same thing.
Yeah, we came down Valentine's weekend, and I got to tell you something. If you're planning to come down to Atlantic City casinos, you need to be aware of how you're going to get accommodated. Okay, first of all, I'm not here to put down people. Again, I love coming to Atlantic City. Resort's been good to us. They do comp us with rooms. They do comp us with the lounge, a place where you eat for free and stuff like that. But let's be honest, you're getting that because you're losing money. You're not winning money. So they have to do these things. They have to comp you. All right, get it in your head, gamblers. When you go to a casino and you're playing, you're going to get comped if you lose a lot,
Yes.
right, hon? I mean, let's be real, right?
But it's not nowhere near what you lost.
Right. It's nowhere near what you lost. I mean,
they just want to make you feel good by giving you these little comps.
That's right. That's right. And listen, this is what I got today. Today's considered Wine Wednesdays, right? So, you know, I get it. They do comp you for your
But
losses.
still, a $15 bottle of wine for $700 that we lost.
Yeah. You know what I'm
How
saying?
is that? I don't know.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, the machines are so tight that first of all, let me just show you, it's quality wine, okay? I mean, it's not going to be what millionaires and billionaires are going to drink, but it's quality wine. I mean, this is what Gallo family. All right, let's be real. It's quality wine. All right, but the reality is, and this is why I tell a lot of people out there, listen, gambling's not for everybody. It does ruin lives. Okay. I've been doing this long enough for over 25 years. Me and my wife, we've had great success. We've also had bad success. I mean, bad losses. Okay. Remember in the other video, I said that it's like 65-35. 65% the casino's going to win. 35% you're lucky enough to walk away with a jackpot. I've hit some tremendous jackpots over the years. And like I said, we've pumped what? And let's be realistically, we've pumped how much into the casinos?
We pumped a lot, but the realistic part is you do hit jackpots, but they don't cover what you lost to get the jackpot.
Right.
So you're still down.
Right. Right.
So you're still losing. You're not ahead of anything. You're just trying to catch up to what you lost.
Right.
And then they continue to take it. And on top of that, you have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah. That's the worst part. You know, there's people that get excited when they hit like a $1,200 jackpot, $1,200. You do realize that the minute that hits 1,200, you have to sign papers to pay taxes on it. This is why I hate hitting jackpots that are at like a 1,300 jackpot. I hate. If I'm going to hit a jackpot, please give me something that's over $5,000, $4,000. I'm okay with paying taxes on that. But when you hit 1,200, I'd rather get $600 because at the end of the year, right? It's pretty much what you're going to get out of it.
But it's not only that. You have to claim taxes on a $1,200 jackpot. But if we lose $1,200 playing, we can't put that on our taxes that we lost that.
Right.
We can only put against what we win.
Right.
So let's say we don't win anything for the year and we lose 10,000.
Right.
We can't claim that on our taxes as a loss because they don't see that as a loss.
Right.
The casino claims it as a gain. Why can't we claim it as a loss?
Exactly.
It's just ridiculous the way they take advantage of people.
And I agree 100%. And I know there's a lot of people out there watching my channel right now and are saying the same exact thing. I mean, you know, my wife is a little bit camera shy, so you have to understand that I'm pretty much doing this interview in front of your face. I would love to put her on camera, but she is a little camera shy. But you got to understand that what she's saying is absolutely correct. Now, we spent how many hours these past 2 days? We went to 2 different casinos. We went to Ocean's Casino in Atlantic City, which is further down a couple of miles away from us. And then we stayed at Resorts Casino. This is actually where we're staying at Resorts. Resorts is not, you know, I'm sorry to say, but they're not caught up with the brand new machines that are coming out. It seems like they're still stuck.
Oh, Ocean's is all the brand new machines Ocean has. This looks like it's stuck back when they first opened.
Right, right.
But you know what? To be fair, they're both the same. They're not paying at all.
Absolutely.
They're both tight. All casinos are tight, and it's just ridiculous. So for someone, you know, and I don't want to put anyone down in their slot channels, but for someone to put on there and say, hey, this slot machine is like an ATM, or hey, we can't stop winning. No, you need to stop lying to the people out there.
Right. Absolutely.
Because that's not the way it is.
Absolutely. Let's be real. Vegas runs their facilities different than ours. In other words, what I'm trying to say is Vegas is a little bit different. Over here, security's tight when it comes to recording. Like I can't even give you half 50% of what you guys are missing when I'm recording. They're really, you know, they get on you immediately. It's like the minute you're in front of the slot machine and you're trying to record, it's like immediately security runs over there and it's like, excuse me, but you're not allowed to record. I mean, I don't understand because when I'm following YouTubers, right, most of them are in Vegas, right? Well, it seems like Vegas allows them. Like,
yes, they do allow them.
Yeah.
But one way you can look at that is these casinos over here, like Resorts and Ocean, they know they're not paying. So they don't want people to see these videos because they know we're going to show that we're losing here.
Right, right.
So that means they're not going to get any people to come and play.
Right.
So that's one way of looking at why they don't want you to film over here.
Yeah.
Because they know they're not paying out.
Yeah. You know, and then there's that other myth, right? If you play with your card, if you don't play with your card, you know, the myth was always if you play with your card, you're going to lose money. If you don't play with your card, they can't track you, so you have a better chance of winning. What do you feel about that?
No,
Because
that's bull. Because
that's bull.
yesterday in Ocean, we spent, I want to say $300 not playing with the card,
Right,
and the most I won in all the machines I played was $10
right, right,
on a bonus round, or $30 on. There was nothing spectacular, so it doesn't matter whether you play with or without the card. If the casino is not going to pay you, it's not going to pay you. The machines are not paying right now.
right.
That's my stance on it, at least over here.
Now, I've been I mean, you've witnessed, my wife, she plays with me also, and she's had success along with me, but it's frustrating that, like I said earlier, that 65% that the casino takes while you play, that 35%, and you've been a witness. You've seen me hit some huge jackpots. You see me, but that was back in the day. Let's be honest. Let's compare back in the day. Let's go back 20 years ago compared to what casinos are doing 20 years later.
There's no comparison. Back then, they gave you a fair fight. They gave you a fighting chance. They gave you the opportunity to win.
Right,
And it was back and forth. It was fair.
right.
Now you win a huge jackpot, and it's only a quarter of what you lost trying to get that jackpot.
Yeah,
So that's why I don't get, you win all this money, but you really don't win it.
right,
Because where is the profit? At the end of the year, when you're doing your taxes, you do your taxes on the 1099s that they give you with all the jackpots that you hit. Okay, let's say you hit 30,000. Well, where is it?
right.
I didn't have that money. That's just trying to get back what I won, what I
Yes,
lost.
yes.
So it makes no sense.
And I used to always say to you, it's funny. Like, we began the year on a high note, and as the year goes along, let's be realistic as gamblers, right? You win a huge jackpot, and what do you do with that jackpot? You're supposed to, like, take that jackpot and hopefully help yourself, like paying bills and stuff like that.
Yes.
But the reality is, when you hit a huge jackpot, what do you do with it? Let's be real. You start
putting it back in
yeah,
the machine.
yeah, exactly. You know why? Because you want to keep coming back to the casino. And what's the first thing the casino does when you hit a jackpot? What do they ask you?
Oh, do you want to stay? Do you want this? Do you want that?
Or did you play with a card?
Yes.
Do you have a card?
Yes.
And then you realize, they realize you didn't play with a card. The minute they assign you that card, you're in trouble, people. You're in trouble because you start playing with that card and you realize that, let's say you hit a $3,000 jackpot without playing at that casino, that very same casino will now issue you a card because they're hoping to get back that money they lost. That's how it works, okay? As a professional gambler, me and my wife, we've done it for 25 years and we've fallen into that category. Okay? And we've been dealt with that problem, like, hey, they got the money back. I hit a $4,000 jackpot one time. They got their money back because they gave us the card. We got excited. It gave us an opportunity to come to the casino because, let's face it, we have our date nights and we love casinos. I'm not going to lie to you. Look, I said it from the very beginning of this video. I'm not here to put down casinos or anything like that because, listen, it's on your own doing that you go to the casino, right? You want to be a gambler, you want to be a smart gambler, right? You want to bet small to win big. But there are times where you win big and then you realize they got their hooks on you because now you're going to start coming back. And you're going to come back because you want that date night with your wife, right? Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but here's the thing what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you hit a big jackpot. Yes, they're all over you. Oh, come and stay the weekend and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start losing money and not hitting any jackpots, they don't care about you anymore.
Exactly.
Whether you stay or not, the prizes start getting less.
Right.
The comps start getting less.
Right.
The food starts getting less. You start getting pushed to the side. It's a no-win situation.
And she's absolutely right. Excuse me for a second. She's absolutely right. That's how it works with casinos. She's absolutely right because, let's face it, we've all fallen into that trap. We've all gotten a card. We start playing. Then we're losing, right? You hit that big jackpot a month ago, and now you start losing. And you realize, okay, we're getting comped, right? We got rooms for the next few months. And that's the lure, right? That's how they hook you. Hey, listen, you won here, you won big. We want you to come back. We want you to, that's how a host works, right? That's how. Hey, this is a big spender. I mean, we went to the Borgata, back in 2014. We were big spenders. I mean, we would go to the Borgata twice, sometimes three times a month on the weekends.
Yes.
I mean, it's beautiful for our marriage because it gave us an opportunity to go to fancy restaurants. It gave us an opportunity to gamble and hopefully win. But eventually, what will happen is you fall into that trap and they got their hooks on you. So, the reason I'm doing this is because I have to teach you guys what you're going to get into. Because these past 2 days, I told my wife, I said, my goodness, it's empty on Tuesday, right? It was empty. I mean, what did you see? Maybe this is a huge casino. I'm just going to throw a number out there. On a normal weekend in the summer, when everything's clicking and everything's going well, they have over 4,000 to 5,000 people inside the casino, right? I mean, that could be an exaggerated number. What did we see this on Tuesday? I think we were lucky if we saw 100 people.
It was like a ghost
Okay.
town.
I even have a previous video if you want to watch. And I was on a Tuesday. It was filmed on a Tuesday, and I was walking around the casino, and it was really empty. There was nobody around. I know it was early in the morning, but come on. You go to Vegas, and obviously Vegas is popular out there, and it's crowded.
But to be honest, like the casinos, they get very crowded on the weekends.
Yes.
So that's when they make most of their money.
Yes.
You would think they would be a little looser during the week because they don't have that many people.
Right.
But no, they're not even that. They're not giving you even that fighting chance. It's just take every single day of the week. It's not anything spectacular. Before you used to be able to go around and hear the bells ringing and hear the people.
I didn't even see.
Not one in the past 3 times I've come here.
Not once. Yeah, I did not hear any bells ringing, anybody winning jackpots these past 2 days.
Nobody screaming for a big hit, nothing.
And it was a little bit more crowded today, being Wednesday.
Yes.
And even though it was crowded, I saw more seniors than everything. Right?
And that's the sad part too, that they're taking advantage of these seniors without giving them a fighting chance as well.
Yeah, it's a shame because we came up the elevator with a guy in a scooter, and he said to you the very same things you're saying now, that
he said the casino killed him today. He didn't get anything at all.
I mean, look, people, if you're going to go to a casino, okay, let's break it down, all right? We've heard it from the past. If you can't spot the sucker, you're the sucker. Even the great Tommy Glenn Carmichael, rest in peace. This is a guy who invented how to cheat slot machines, okay? He invented all of that stuff to knock out slot machines and make money off of them. Even he said, you don't even have a fighting chance on slot machines, okay? So, look, you're coming here to play slot machines and you end up losing all your money. This is one reason why I always say, put aside a fun account for your playing, okay? Put aside a fun account, save your money, just like me and my wife do. We save our money. This is why we do enjoy going out, having our date nights. It's one of the reasons why we still have a fantastic marriage together. It was rough in the beginning. Anyone that's known me growing up and seen us in the beginning probably thought, oh my God, they don't have a chance. But you know what? Some 34 years later, 2 beautiful kids and a grandchild, we're hanging in there, okay? 34 beautiful years with this lady. This lady has done everything to keep this marriage afloat and it's exciting. It's exciting. We have an exciting relationship. It's one of the reasons why our marriage is continuing to do well, okay? So, but we do love casinos. It just allows us to release some stress, right? During the week, you go to work, you come out here, you want to release that stress. You want to entertain yourself. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to win some money in the process. But I got to tell you, when we've been in and out of these casinos for the past 25 years, I got to tell you, it's a different environment. It's definitely has changed. The games have changed. It's not like it was some 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, where you had a fighting chance you could get on the machine and you knew you had a 50-50 chance to win. It's not like that no more, people.
No,
It's not. It's one of the reasons why I became a sports bettor, because once they legalized sports, right, back in, 2021,
Yeah.
I started betting on football and winning at football, and that's why I posted. Yeah, that's when things started changing. Yeah. Once these casinos got their hooks on the sports books, they knew exactly, we need to tighten those slot machines.
Yeah.
We need to tighten them. Now, I'm good at craps. I love table games, blackjack, baccarat. Craps is my favorite. I just, I don't consider myself a dice controller, but I do play craps and I am great at it. I'm a great thrower. I do set the dice. I do release properly and the whole nine. So if you want to call me a dice controller, great. I do make money doing that. That's my favorite. But here in this video, we're talking about slot machines. We're talking about casinos that are just not taking care of their customers the way they used to. And I showed you earlier in the video, you're being compensated with Wine Wednesdays. Like really, I'm losing what? I mean, in the past 2 or 3 months coming to this casino, resorts in Atlantic City. And again, I'm not trying to down them because they've been nice to us. They've taken care of us when we need, but they also need to be put on blast. And
we've lost.
Oh my God!
Over $3,000-4,000.
Yeah, $3,000 or $4,000.
We get a $15 bottle of wine.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And let's be honest, people. I'm trying to protect you too. Okay, don't fall into that path thinking that during the week it's going to be easier to play because they run their machines tight. There's a lot of myths going around. The first myth is if you don't use your card or you use your card, right? You got those myths going on, right? If you don't use your card, you're going to win more money. If you use your card, they're going to track you and you're going to lose money.
They're going to take their money whether you use your card or not.
Exactly. And if you use your card, you're going to get comp for rooms and stuff like that. So you could, somewhere down the road, you'll be able to stay for the week. Look.
But then again, if you don't play enough on your card, you think you're playing enough to get comped, and they're like, no, I'm sorry, you're going to have to pay more. You're going to have to play more.
Yeah.
Just like that time I'll never forget when we went to Caesars.
Oh, yeah.
And we played, and they didn't want to comp us $12.
Unbelievable.
For a buffet.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe that night.
With us.
Yeah.
That weekend, I think it was maybe $3,000-4,000 we lost, and they wouldn't comp us.
They wouldn't even. They wouldn't even comp us for that. So and go ahead.
Their way of adding up what is good for comps is way different than what we think it should be.
Right.
Because let me tell you, you spend $2,000 in the machine. Yeah, you should have comp rooms for the next month. You should have free access to their VIP lounge.
That's right.
To eat and drink for the next month.
That's right.
Because if you go during the week, the rooms during the week are maybe $60 to $80 a night.
Yeah.
You're only going to stay 2 nights, say. That's not even $200.
Right.
They could easily comp you, but no.
And these are some of the issues that are always brought up because we do watch YouTube along with everybody else. We've started our process with the YouTube channels and everything, but we do watch and we do like some of the content that's coming up in YouTube. We love watching you guys. The thing that bothers me is when they come out and obviously they play in Vegas. That must be a different environment for what goes on in the Northeast. But I can't even record without having a security guard right breathing down my neck, telling me, excuse me, sir, but you can't record in our casino. What are you trying to hide?
Yes.
Right? So now
they're not paying.
Right. How many times and I always tell you this, like the other day on Tuesday when I came downstairs early in the morning, you see all these slot attendants early in the morning. The lights are on top of the machines. It's almost like they're changing the machines at that moment.
Right.
Like they're switching off to a tighter process of the machine, I guess. And they do this, every night almost, pretty much.
Night and every morning.
Yeah. But there's a lot of YouTubers out there. They post up their winnings. And that's okay. That's fine. I do watch it. I do get entertained. Me and my wife, we do love watching these YouTubers. but they're not ATM folks. They're not ATM machines.
No,
Okay.
no, please don't believe that, and don't go using your Social Security or your 401k payments, thinking that, oh, if I play that machine that they said was an ATM, I'll get money. No, honey, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. Please
Yeah.
go at your discretion. Go with what you feel. Do not believe what they say.
Right. And some of these YouTubers, like I said, I'm not trying to put down any YouTubers out there.
Anybody out.
Yeah, we're not calling nobody out. You guys do what you got to do. Believe me, I'm entertained when I watch you guys, and I love watching you guys. But I'm not calling. Yeah, just come out, be honest. I know you want to post your winnings, but it's okay to post your losing. I've been posting up my losses. I'm sorry. I've been posting them up. I do play small, but I used to. My wife will tell you, I love playing max bet.
Yes.
I love doing that. But I recently stopped because I want to show people that by betting small, you win big. And so far, that hasn't happened. Playing slot machines. It really hasn't.
Yeah.
Now, I've won money, obviously, with sports betting. That's different because I love my football and I know what I'm talking about. But I am a professional gambler. Let's face it, right? Come on. 20 to 25 years of going in and out of casinos over the years. We are great as far as understanding what games to play. And my wife will always look up YouTubers because she always wanted to know the great games that were out there. And we used to, and those games don't even exist now, right? I mean, they took out a game called The Walking Dead. Anyone who's ever played that game, and you YouTubers know it, those games were unbelievable. The chances you had to win.
Exactly. The chances and the different things that they had, like the different
Sons of Anarchy was one of those games.
Because those are games that actually paid and gave you a chance.
Yeah.
So they took those out to replace them with these games that you get a coin show for a $2 win.
Yeah.
Where's that? How is that a coin
show?
Yeah,
that's another thing. People don't get caught up with that nonsense. Like you could be drinking. That's another thing. When you're drinking, your mind gets blurry. You're all over the place. And you think that, oh my God, I got a big hit. And it's a $2 win on a 60 cents bet. That's not a win, people. You might look at it and say, oh, that was a great win. No, it wasn't a great win. You know, it'd be a great win. You got to get, let's say I'm betting 60 cents and you hit like an $11, a hit on $11. That's a great win. Because think about it. That's 60 cents and you got $11 out of it. $2 win, you're sure it was more than the 60 cents you bet, but it wasn't much. It was only $1.40 that you won. Let's be real, people. These machines are going to make noises and make you think you're winning. Okay? So, you know, if I had to educate the people out there, like I said from the very beginning, I would prefer that no one gambles. It just ruins lives. It really does. It ruins loved ones. It ruins everyone that's associated with you as friends, family, whatnot. But it ruins you. My advice to everybody out there, do not gamble. It's not for everyone. We do it because we're entertaining ourselves. It gives us date nights. I mean, listen, we go to restaurants here, we get comped. We get rooms, we get comped. We come out here, we drive for how many miles to get here from where we live?
About 150.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. I love the sightseeing of it. I do. You're next to the ocean and you're having fun. It's you and your spouse and we're enjoying it. But if you come alone, you got to remember, and I used to come alone. Remember back then? Back in like 2004 when I started, you know, my new job back then. I'm since been retired. But when I started my new job and I was making better money than my old job, I had extra money to play with, and I used to come by myself. It wasn't that my wife didn't want to come. We were trying to raise children back then, and our kids were really small. So at the time, we weren't really getting comp to bring the kids over. But it's not a place you want to bring kids either. That's a whole nother thing we could get into. Yes. I mean, let's be honest, man. These casinos are now making it family friendly. They're allowing kids, and look, you want to show your kids you're gambling. That's crazy. That's crazy. As a parent, you could pick better vacation spots. You could pick better places to take your kids to. Do not take them to a casino. Don't fall for that trap. They actually built a water park next to Showboat, right? What used to be Showboat, yes. They built a water park. You know what they're doing, people? You want to know? They want you to come to Atlantic City with your family. They're making it family friendly because they're going to take your money too. They know that either the mother or the father's a gambler. Hey, you can bring your kids out here. Don't do it, people. Okay, that listen, we could talk all day about that. What casinos are doing, but today's was a little different, and I had to post this up because there's a lot of people out there, good people that are retired seniors that unfortunately they don't have maybe family to hang out with or friends because they're at that age now. They're past their 70s. They're getting closer to 80. They're on their way out, right? And I don't mean to be such an asshole to say that, but let's face it, they're on their way out, and they're dipping into their savings, their 401ks, or whatever the hell they saved from, and they're coming to casinos because they want to spend their last few days or whatever it is on Earth, I guess. And I hate to say those things, but the truth is the truth. These casinos don't care about them. They want their money straight up.
Yeah.
Okay? Look, I'm younger than these people, but at the same time, I make those mistakes too because I know what goes on when it comes to slot machines. And I always warn people, you really don't have a chance. You really don't. And we're living proof of that. We're not posting up our winnings because we haven't been winning. And we're living proof and we're playing small.
Yeah.
And we're not winning. And every time I log on to YouTube, and I'm not calling nobody out because it's unfair to them, but they're posting all their winnings. Every now and then they'll post a loss. But what do? They follow it up with a win. Oh, on my last spin, this is what happened. I hit a jackpot. Come on. Some of these casinos are paying you to do these things. Some of these casinos are allowing you to do what do they call that? Public pool? What do they do?
The group pool.
A group pool. Without calling out his name, a few years ago, there was a guy walking around with a lunch bag. All right, a brown bag with lunch. Now all of a sudden, he's doing group pools, getting millions of views. Listen, please stop doing this to people. We do want to see you succeed. We do want to see you post up your winnings. But can you at least post up your losses and stop saying that, oh my God, this machine is like an ATM? No, they're not.
Yes, please stop
saying that.
Stop winning on this machine because it's not accurate.
Absolutely. It's ridiculous. Don't say that.
Good, you do you, but just be honest with people too.
That's right.
Give them the good and the bad.
That's right.
Don't give them all the good because they're going to go out there and think they can do the same thing because we've done it in the past.
That's right.
Seeing people on YouTube and then we're like, oh, we could do that. Let's go. And it never works out. So please be honest.
Right. Be honest.
We're not calling you out. We're not saying nothing, but just be honest.
Come on, guys. You're better than that. You YouTubers are. Listen, it won't stop me from watching you if you post losses. Believe me.
It makes it more real.
It makes it more real.
We can sympathize with you. We can we feel like, yeah.
We're all gamblers. Listen, we're a network of gamblers. We're all gamblers. We love casinos, right? All YouTubers love casinos. We love watching you guys. I'm not calling nobody out, but we need to stop saying stuff like that. It's really not what you want to do. What if there's a gambler who got over his addiction and by accident he ran across your YouTube channel and you said something like, oh my God, this is so easy. It's like an ATM machine. Oh my God, this game, I'm always winning. What do you think will happen to that person? What do you think will happen to that person? He might wake up the next day and say, listen, maybe I need to play that game. I've been playing some poor games. Maybe this is the game. Next thing you know, he's back doing what he tried to get away from. This is why I tell people, please stop doing that. Just stop it. Post your losses too. Believe me, you're not going to lose your viewers. You're not going to lose your... I love watching you guys. Listen, a few years ago, Dr. Nick Slots, I was on one of his videos. I remember, you remember that day? I think it was, 2014? Must have been like 8 years ago. Dr. Nick was recording his Buffalo Grand, right? The slot machine. And all of a sudden, the camera kept panning, and here I am. And I'm like, oh my God. I look younger back then, obviously. 2014. I didn't have the goatee, so I was all clean shaven. But I'm wearing my shades, I'm drinking my beer, and you could see me. And it was so funny because my wife calls me and goes, honey, you ain't going to believe you're on YouTube.
Yes.
I love it, guys. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Nick. Seriously, thank you for posting that. But again, look, we have to be honest as a community, as a slot community, as professional gamblers and slot players. Let's post our losses. You're not going to lose viewers. I promise you that. You're not going to lose viewers. It just makes it real. And then, what I would like? I saw this one guy do it when he would tell you how many dead spins he has, and he would do the calculation. That guy was fantastic. But I wish he'd get back to his YouTube channel and continue doing that. He was really good. My thing is, we have to, as a slot community, as well as gamblers, because I do football sports betting, we have to be honest with what we post up. We can't always be acting like we're winning all the time. Look, I get upset that I'm a sports bettor and I go to the sports books. I get upset when I hear a guy get on YouTube talking about, if you pay me, I'll win you 200,000. Why would I pay a guy to sports bet to win money? I could do that on my own. I don't need your help. What's different from him than me? Right? And I also hate people that do these little short TikToks and say things like, oh man, hey, you want to win 100,000? I won 100,000 last week. I'm the man. I'm the bookie you need to come to. Come on. Can we be realistic? No one wins like that. Unless okay, so I'm going to pay you to bet for me. So I'm going to give you 100 to win 200. But if I lose that, now I go to the martingale system, which is now I got to give you 200 to win back 400. Now I got to give you 400 to win back 600. You begin that chase. Okay? Listen, sports betting falls into the same category as slot machines and everything like that. Ever since sports betting became legal, these games are becoming funny, especially when you watch football now. Oh boy. I mean, you start watching these games a little bit differently, okay? It's not like 25 years ago when it wasn't legalized and you could tell which team was going to kick ass that weekend. Now it's like, I don't know if they're going to cover, it's getting funnier. But when it comes to slot machines, when it comes to getting comped for rooms and stuff like that, understand that you're losing is why you're getting comped. Okay. Now, anything else that you feel that I'm missing something? I mean, yeah.
I just want to say, like my husband and I, he's just starting the YouTube channel, so we're just getting out there.
Yeah.
I know that all of you want views. All of you
Right.
YouTube channels that are that are there and posting. I know you want views, and I know you say things to get views.
Right.
But just
be careful.
Giving false hope.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful with how you word things. I understand that like my wife said, you guys need views, right? I mean,
you just don't give anybody false hope. You never know who you're getting to. You don't know what they're thinking, what they see it as, and what can happen with that. Just be honest as you can. Put up your losses.
Yeah, absolutely.
We see you win all the time.
Yeah, put up your losses.
Know that you're human and that you lose as well.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm still going to watch you guys. I'm still going to subscribe to you guys. I mean, that's not going to stop me from watching you guys because you post the losses. I would like to know how these machines are. I mean, Vegas is a whole different network. I get it. I mean, Vegas is out there and, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But you know what? Atlantic City is the same way. Atlantic City, in these past couple of years have been, falling into that category of false hopes. I mean, you come out here with money, and how many times I used to, my wife, I used to get upset. Remember? I mean, I used to bring close to $5,000 on the weekends to gamble. And if it wasn't sports betting, I'd be on the slot machines. And how many times we went home empty, right? I could have easily posted back then, but at the time I had a job. I really didn't have that time. Yeah, I couldn't moonlight the way the job worded it to me. I can't tell you the job I had because I can get in trouble for all the wrong reasons. But I couldn't moonlight back then. Okay, I couldn't do something outside of my job that the job would find out. So I would have been happy to have posted everything I've done. I mean, I was spending $5,000 on weekends. I mean, I'm being real, and I was coming home empty-handed. I would hit every now and then, but most of the time, how many times I got pissed off? But like I said, it was fun money. But you're still gonna get pissed off when you lose that money you saved. It was still fun money. I had a good paying job. Now I'm retired, so I get to post up now. I get to use the YouTube channel. I'm fairly new at this. I'm an amateur. But over the years, we used you guys on YouTube to help us decide which games were best, which
Yes.
games were good to play. So some of the channels were great that I was able to say, hey, they were right. This game is great. But how many times do you keep going onto YouTube and you see the same people over and over and over and over? It's all about winning. Now, maybe they got something going on with the casino that allows them that, because I don't see security running up to them and telling them, hey, you can't record. Some of you guys have a stand with the camera on in front of the machine. Imagine me doing this here in Atlantic City.
Oh God, no.
I think I would get batoned outside the casino or something. I mean, I don't want to get back alleyed. I mean, I doubt if that happens. But, let's be real. You guys got it good in Vegas. You guys got it good. And there are certain casinos that are camera friendly. They allow you to record. But my experience so far has been horrific. I mean, horrific. I posted up some of these videos and I've gotten away because I'm sneaky about it. It's almost like I got to be an investigator. And am I hiding something? Is the casino hiding something? Why is this, what do I have to do? Go to a spy shop and get myself those little cameras and hook it to my shirt or something? I mean, what's going on? How come you guys got it easy on YouTube? Do you pay the casinos, or do the casinos pay you, or do you have something going on with your host? I'm pretty sure if I ask my host, I'm pretty sure he might tell me, well, we're a little hesitant about that, but I understand your YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. I mean, I see some recordings here at resorts where I've seen people come in and record, and I don't know, my luck is different, I guess. I don't know. But, like I said, guys, this video is about teaching people to be careful, to understand that casinos are not in the business to hand out money. Remember, there are shareholders. People that own these casinos want to make money. They want to be on a positive. The guy that owns this casino, I could guarantee he's at home eating a 5-star dinner, and I'm eating pizza out of his casino. Or I'm having a little bit of a steak dinner because I got comped. But this guy is living in, he's in his bed in silk sheets with his God gorgeous wife or girlfriends or whoever, whatever his taste is. But he's enjoying the fact that he's making money off of you.
Listen, the last thing I have to say is we got to look out for each other, because the casino is not looking out for us.
That's right.
So just be honest with everybody, and let's just see where it goes from there.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, we're not, like we said earlier in this video, we're not here to put people on blast, and we're not here to criticize.
No, not at all.
No, we love you, YouTubers. Listen, I'm a YouTuber myself. We love you guys. Post up your losses as well as your wins. I'm okay with that. I love to see that. Okay. My advice to people out there, be careful going to these casinos during the week. They're not paying. And this is coming from a guy who's visited so many casinos in the Northeast coast. They're not paying, not during the week. Every now and then, you might get lucky, but I haven't seen it. Now, I play the table games. I love craps. I told you that earlier in the video. That's where I can make my money. I'm what they call a dice controller. Okay, I can make my money. I'm not shy about sharing that, but they don't allow me to record. So how do you know that I'm telling you the truth if they don't allow me to record? Right now, those YouTubers that win all the time, you got to post up your losses because I can't believe that you guys are winning 90% of the time. Listen, if you could post up your wins, post up your losses. Then I could sit back and say, "Oh yeah, okay." Now you guys are funny because when you're posting up your losses, right? Like you guys will put in 100, lose the 100, but immediately win a jackpot on the next day, or say, "Oh man, I just hit $800. I max bet." Come on, did was that video 5 months down the road and you posted it up? I mean, I don't know. You got to be honest, people. Okay. The whole purpose of this video tonight was we were frustrated these past 2 days playing at resorts in Atlantic City. Actually, the past 3 months, you're right. We pumped the money into this casino. We do get comped, but I want to win. That's the reason why we come to these casinos. I want to win. And it's not fun when you're not winning. It's fun when you're winning, but it's not fun. And, guys, if you're going to come to Atlantic City, depending on what casinos you go to, you got to understand these machines are running tight. I mean, what's that line that Ferris Bueller said? You could stick coal up his ass and it'll come out as ice or some shit like that. I mean, I don't mean to curse. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. But that's how it feels when you're playing slot machines now. This is one, if you want to win back your customers, casinos, take this from me. Stop tightening these machines. We know that there's buttons inside the machines when a slot attendant opens up. If you ever want to see what really goes on in casinos, come inside the casinos between the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m, and you're gonna see every casino with that little bulb on top of the slot machine. The light will be on, and you see them walking around. You'll see slot attendants opening it up. They'll switch off a couple of switches in it. I mean, look, they don't even hide that from you. They almost let you know, hey, we're tightening this up. We could put it at 70%. We could put it at 80%. We could put it at 90%. But, these machines are not loose in Atlantic City. I'm sorry to say. I'm not trying to call out people in a negative way, but during the week, it's empty. They got to make their money, so they're going to tighten their machines. On the weekends, they'll tell you it's 12 times, 10 times, 5 times comp when you play. Those weekends, they're tight because you're only going to get that money the next time you come to the casino. You ain't going to win nothing that weekend when they do that. When they post up, what do they call those when they do that? When they post up, when casinos put on their billboards, it's 12 times, 10 times, 5 times comps, win 9 times your pay, or, when they do that.
12 times cash back and all that.
Yeah. I mean, we've been through that. And what happened to us? You lose your money in the first hour.
The first 7 minutes.
Listen.
$1,500
yeah.
in 7 minutes. Yes.
Listen, if you could learn another game other than slot machine, like table games, blackjack, baccarat, you name it, craps, and you have an advantage as a player, I would suggest you stick with those games. Because slot machines, you're just not going to win. Okay, you may get lucky. Every now and then you hit a jackpot. What happens? It goes in your head that you're going to do this again. And you come back to the very same bullshit that got you hooked into this with the comps and everything. They want their money back. That's what casinos do. Anyone who's ever watched that Robert De Niro movie of Casino will tell you, in fact, he will tell you in that movie, I think the first 15 minutes of the movie, he tells you, casinos are not in the business of giving you money. They want to take your money. You're the sucker. Okay? There's a sucker born every minute. P.T. Barnum said that back in the day. But when it comes to casinos, if you can't spot the sucker, you're the sucker. But listen, guys, we could talk about this all night long. I think I'm about to hit the bed soon. It's been a fun night. We did not win, but it was fun. We were up and down with our money these past 2 nights. But quite frankly, you guys have to start really thinking about when coming to a casino what to expect. Slot machines is not where you're going to make money. If you're thinking about becoming a millionaire coming to a casino, it's not going to happen. It's just not. Um, Taking chances on slot machines, sheesh, you just don't have a chance. But you will get lucky every now and then. You want to play with your card, continue getting those comps so you could keep coming to the casino. Just do yourself a favor. Every time you go out, take a ledger or a book with you so you can write down your losses and your wins. I guarantee you after 6 months, you won't be coming to that same casino anymore. Even if they comp you, you'll be saying to yourself or your wife or your friends, I ain't going there no more. Every time I go, look at my ledger. Look what's on the negative side and the positive side. That will stop you from coming. Any casino. They're just not in the business of giving you money. And for you YouTubers out there, my advice to you, be realistic. Stop telling people it's like an ATM machine because you're coming off as I mean, I don't want to say those words to you guys, but you are coming off as asses. Okay, it's not an ATM machine. Okay, there's people with serious addictions out there that they cannot get rid of. They're gamblers. They lost everything, and then they see you on YouTube saying this is an ATM machine. Come on, stop it. Some of you guys got it in with the casino that you could record. Most of you guys are out in Vegas or those small Indian casinos in other states like Oklahoma and stuff like that. In the Midwest, I don't know, But I'm here in the Northeast. Okay, I'm here in Atlantic City, and I'm telling you, if you come out here, you better learn how to play those table games. Specifically, craps, blackjack, and baccarat are the easiest games to learn how to play. Card counting, that's out the window. They use too many shoes, and by the time you guys figure out card counting, the only profit you're going to make is probably $5 when you get up from the table after 4 hours of playing. Unless you're going to throw heavy money out there, some of these games are not for you. So with that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time and paying attention to this video. Me and my wife just had to come out and say a few things, more than a few things, obviously. Yeah, it's frustrating, but we do have to teach the public what goes on because we're going through it and we don't want you to go through it. Okay, I'm a sports bettor and as well as a slot machine player. I'm a gambler through and through. Me and my wife were experienced gamblers. We've been doing this for over 25 years, but there's give and take to it. 65% the casino's going to take, 35% you might take. I've adapted to some of the stuff that goes on. I became a great tables player, gambler. Sports bettor is my thing. When it comes to football, craps is my game. When I want to win that extra $100, I don't play big like a lot of guys. I could, but I like to save my money. Make sure you guys have a fun account because that's what I do. And me and my wife, we enjoy ourselves. That's not for everyone, but this is what we do. And for you YouTubers out there, you guys that are married, I don't want to mention names, but you know who I'm talking about. You guys that are together as couples, whatever, that gamble, stay true to what you're doing. Post up your losses. Okay? And it won't hurt either if you tell the public, hey, I came to the casino with $5,000 and lost. But guess what? My next post, I also hit a jackpot of 10,000. You can say those things. That's fine. Post up your losses as well as your wins. I can honestly tell you, we do lose a lot of money. We do. I mean, I could have bought 2 houses the past 25 years. In fact, I did buy 2 houses, okay? But with the money I've lost, I could have bought 2 more, okay? So just think about that, all right? Imagine if I never was a gambler. That money, jeez, I would have been a half a millionaire already. I would have had over 500,000 maybe. But anyway, look, gambling's not for everyone. but we had to post this up. So, guys, please do yourself a favor. Stay away from this nonsense. All right. But if you want to go, use fund money, enjoy yourselves. Me and my wife wish to thank you for taking this time and viewing this channel and understanding whatever you can take from this. Absorb it, put it in your head, and say, you know what? That guy was speaking the truth. So all I care about is looking out for you guys. All right? All right, that's the best way to put it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. So have a good night, and wish you guys luck. And whatever you do, whether it's gambling, life, whatever. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.